and this is my channel. Welcome. This is a crochet channel where I work on all kinds of patterns and crochet projects, and I go to markets. And thank you for joining me. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, then welcome back. And today I want to kind of tell you what I'm going to be doing in this video. I have a yarn haul. I did a Premier Parfait yarn order that I want to show you because there are some new colors in there. And then I also have a huge bag with all the plushies that I've made in the last month, and I need to inventory them, I need to price them, and then a lot of them I'm just not sure about the prices. So I'm going to decide on the price, and then if you have any ideas or you think I'm off, then I would love your suggestions. I want to make sure all my plushies are organized so that when I move and I get there, everything is priced. I have a couple markets planned for this summer, but I'm still looking for more. I have one market in June, July, August, and September, and then I'm also looking for some fall markets like fall festivals, winter markets, Christmas markets. So if you live in the Maine area, particularly Portland, Freeport, Falmouth, that area, and you know of any holiday markets, please let me know. I have a couple of stores that I have spoken to them and I haven't heard back yet that I'm thinking of putting my plushies in. I thought since it's Maine and they have cold weather, maybe the chances of my being in a store would be a little more important than being like in an outdoor market. Although I'm noticing most of the markets are inside. That makes total sense. But we're gonna go ahead and get started with our inventory. I'll show you the first thing that I'm gonna have to inventory today. And as I'm counting, I'm gonna be updating square, and I'm also going to be adding my tags. So I just used this really simple tag. I just got these on Amazon. Yeah, it's going the right way. And I just put down the item number, the SKU number, and the price. I don't do anything for size. And so that's a pretty easy, cheap way for me to price my items. I would like to have like a branded tag, but I haven't gotten to that yet. So for now, this works. And I also bought some stretchy string, and I had like a suggestion from one of my viewers that said that the string looked messy. So now what I do is I tie it and then I cut it so that you can barely see it. Something as small as this, I'm not going to add tags to. There's just really no reason to do that for me. I'll just put the price on the basket. But the first thing I'm gonna add in square are, I have 15 of these little chicks with hats. It's one of the only things that I have really market prepped to the point where I think I don't need to make any more for a while. So I have 2 in this aqua color. I have 2 in this really pretty green, and these are all Naughty Ball yarn and Bernat. And I have 2 in this pink color. I have 2 in this really nice beige. With plushies, I have 2 orange ones. Okay, I have 2 in navy blue and 2 in red, which I think is so cute. I don't know if I showed you this one. I have 2 in this lime green. And I only have 1 in black. I made the other black hat, but then like for some reason I just keep procrastinating on making that last one. But that would bring me to 16 chicks with hats. I'm gonna be charging, I have these down as $8. I think it's too much. I think I'm gonna move it down to $6. So I'm gonna change square and update my Google Sheet. And I think that would be a really good price for, I was gonna say 5, but I think 6. 6 seems like a good number for me. I have to tell you guys that I'm probably not going to have like a sheet in the description with all of these patterns, but I will have, you know, other videos that I've made where these are in those videos. For example, this is part of a bunny video. So if you go into that bunny video, you can find it. If there's a pattern and you absolutely want that pattern, just leave me a comment down below and I will make sure you get it. I will put the maker on the screen so that you guys can at least go find them. But this is a bow bunny. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. I made this with Naughty Ball yarn. She doesn't have a tail. I need to add her tail. I don't know how I forgot to do that. She is so cute. I marked her at $60. I just added her to my square. She's, I think, the largest bunny that I have right now. I just added the tag to this bunny, and per my viewer who said it looked messy, I have now trimmed the string so that you just have a little tag sitting over here, and you can see that it has the SKU number, it says large bunny, and it has the price. I feel like it's inconspicuous, but yet you can still find it, and it's really easy to take off because I used the stretchy. I recently made this banana cow with like the little banana purse. Yes, I know, it's like ridiculously cute. But I also had this strawberry cow, which I already priced it, but I just wanted to show her to you because she's ridiculously beautiful. And I went ahead and priced both of these at $60, and I just added the banana one to my inventory. I had the blueberry cow and I sold her, and I'm really wanting to make her again because she's just adds, like the trio looks so cute together on a market table. I was wrong, I hadn't sold her. Look how cute she is. I still have her. She's so cute. Really big snake that I actually had lost the tag for, so I just re-tagged him, but I've had him for a little while. This is Crochet Grows Bendy Snake, and I'm charging $30 for him. I think I definitely could charge $40, but I've had him for a little while, so I think I'm just gonna let him go at $30. One large monkey with this like amazing tail back here. See how it curls? I used a strategy that I learned in my chameleon pattern where you start pulling on the top of the tail and then you do more stitches and it slowly makes it curl back. And I think it just really makes him, but I'm charging $55 for this guy. I almost went to 60 and then I decided that my fruit cows are 60 and those take more work than this guy does, so we'll see. So he's currently $60. I mean, 55. He's 50. I have one rainbow whale. I'm charging $25. This is all from Jade's Whale, and I'm charging a little more for this guy. Normally he would be, I would say, close to 20, but I am using this specialty yarn, which is a little more expensive of a yarn. It's Fresnel yarn, and I just think that he's so special. He deserves to be at least $25. And I need to make more of this. This is on my list of things to make in the next couple of weeks because we need more of these. I think they're going to be popular in Maine. I have this medium, or I would say large bluish gray elephant. This was part of a pattern test. I'm charging $40 for this guy, and I just think he is so cute, so adorable. I have two pigs, one with embroidered eyes, one with safety eyes. Look at these little tails. Like, hello, that's so cute. They are $20 each. I have one medium bunny. She's called Star Bunny, and she is going to be $28. I was going back and forth between 25 and 30, and I finally settled on 28. One Chompers the alligator for $40. I think that's a good price for him. He was not that difficult to make despite his size. And look at his really pretty eyes. Wait, does he have a green eye and a gold eye? Next, I have two axolotls. I have 4 in my inventory, so this brings me to 6 altogether. And the other ones are made with Naughty Ball. These are made with Bernat, and I think they're a nice addition. They have so much lint on them. I must have lint. I must have a lot of lint in the bag that I'm keeping these in, but 2 axolotls. They are $15 each. I have 2 small geckos. These were part of my reptile pattern review. Look how cute they are with their little legs and their little fingered toes. These are gonna be $14 each. One small bird, I made this with Fresnel yarn in this really pretty salt and pepper color, and this little guy is $7. 2 small velvet whales. These are, I believe, Crochet Groves whales, and they're so cute, and these are $8 each. One all from Jade caterpillar, and I'm actually gonna charge $20 for him. It's not the price I would normally charge for something this size, but he took a lot of work. And there's a lot of crocheting that goes into making one of these caterpillars, and he's a fidget tool, so I feel like it's worth it. But yeah, medium gecko. I'm charging $30 for this guy. He took a while. He has this like gorgeous yarn, this tail detail, and then look at his eyes. I used color changing paint, and I just think they are fabulous. I said gecko on the last pattern. That was iguana. I don't know why I said that, but here we have another iguana. This is a large iguana, and I have him priced at $50. I honestly think I could price him at $60. I've seen some makers charge like $75 for something this size, but for the area that I'm gonna be selling in, I feel like this is gonna be the price that I can probably get for him. So let me know what you think. $50? He also has the amazing eyes. Really adorable laying down bunny. This one I'm gonna be charging $28 for. She's so cute. She has embroidered eyes, and she's just kind of like a splooting bunny. I have 2 small love cats for $15 each. These are made with Fresnel velvet yarn and little velvet pink noses. Bean turtle for $8. Medium pink bunny for $18. He's got a sweet little bow around her neck and a white fluffy tail. I have 2 baby squid in velvet yarn, and this is Fresnel yarn. These are $12. This one I overstuffed on accident, but I think he's cute. And then I have 2 leggy octos, and these I'm charging $12 for. I think they should be $15, but I'm trying to keep things of similar size, a similar price. I don't know. Okay. And then I have 2 baby alligators, and these are, I guess they're baby alligators. These are $15, and like, I think I could probably charge 18 for these. What do you guys think? Right now I have them at 15. My axolotls are 15. That's about the same price. And I think axolotls probably are almost more work than these are. Okay, I have 1 baby dolphin. This is a Crochet Grove dolphin. Do I have him going the right direction? There we go. And I'm gonna charge $8 for this little guy. I have 1 small steak for $15. I wanna make more of these. They're so easy to make, and I love the way his eyes look. He has birthday party eyes. 1 rainbow gecko for $14. I'm just gonna go ahead and charge the same price as my other geckos so that I can put them together, but I think he probably could be more like $15 or $18 because he's got lots of color changes, he's pretty creative, and he's got specialty eyes. What do you guys think? These are all of the things that I just inventoried. I still have to inventory all of this stuff and all my puppies, so I will do that tomorrow because I'm getting tired. Here's a peek at 2 different Etsy orders that I received. This is 35mm silver illusion. I can't speak today. This is 30mm burnished copper. I'm really enjoying making this one because they always turn out a little bit different. This is tropical. I want to change this up a little bit because this paint is so hard to work with and takes me a long time. So I've been experimenting with using just these little metallic pieces in different colors to get the same look. This is what the paint looks like for tropical, and it's really hard to work with, and you have to do like 5 or 6 layers. But I made these Unicorn Magic, hope you guys can see that. I made these Unicorn Magic eyes with the little metal pieces, and I really like the way it looks. It took me a lot less time, and the look is better. So I'm gonna replace my photos. I feel like you guys can't see this. I'm gonna replace my photos on Etsy with these so that, you know, it matches what I'm actually selling. But this is Unicorn Magic 30mm. I don't feel like you guys are getting a good idea of what it looks like. These are 20mm Unicorn Magic Rose Glitter, 20mm. Birthday Party. This is another one that takes me a long time to make. The paint is super difficult to use, so I need to change that up and find a better glitter for that. Hey there, it is Tuesday. Let's see what date it is. It is the 15th of April. Don't mind my sister's cat who loves to be in here when I'm crocheting. I'm gonna show you guys what I worked on last night, and I thought we would do a yarn haul, and then I wanna show you my obsession project because it's quite the obsession. I've been making these manatees. This is a manatee that I've made before, and they always sell out right away, and they're just so cute and so easy. There's no sewing. You make this little tail piece at the back with some treble crochets, and they are just so easy and so cute, and kids just love them. And my husband said something really funny. He said, if we are moving to Maine and you're selling these in Maine, will people there want manatees, or will they like be familiar with what a manatee is? And I said, well, I was a teacher here in Florida, and my kids knew what polar bears were, and they liked polar bear stuffed animals, and they don't live in Antarctica or wherever polar bears live. So I made this one in, I think this is Chenille Home Slim, I believe. This is Bernat Mystical, and this one, which is my favorite one, is just Bernat. So they're so cute. You give them like embroidered nose lines, and then they're just really easy to make. I made these 3 last night while I was watching a movie. It took me like an hour. And then I also like to make seals. This is a free pattern on Instagram. I'll put it in the description down below and on the screen, but it's such a sweet little seal. You just bobble stitch the little paw things in the front, and then this is actually a separate piece that you sew on, but it's like so easy to make. And he's really cute. You just do the little embroidery details. I added a little velvet nose, kind of looks like a little puppy nose, but I want to make more of these today. That's on my plan of what to crochet a little bit later on. My sister's cat's name is Dolly. She named her after Dolly Parton because My sister is a major Dolly Parton fan, and her cat is so cute. You can see her in the background. She loves to hang out in this room with me. And by the way, that brings me to one of the things I'm really looking forward to with moving to Maine is having like a dedicated crochet space. I'm in like a little corner of my husband's office, so he's constantly in here, and I don't feel comfortable filming when he's in here, and I'm always making a mess, and it's not good for him. So I'm really looking forward to that. And the house that we're looking at buying, which we're gonna make an offer this weekend as long as our house sale inspection period is through. But it has like a room upstairs that could be just a yarn space. And I used to have yarn behind me as like a backdrop. And in this room, I don't have space for that. So I'm really looking forward to having a dedicated yarn space. So stay tuned for that, because I realize that this background is not the best to look at. Okay, next I thought we would do a yarn haul. I did a Premier Parfait yarn order, and I now realize after my obsession project that I really didn't maybe need any yarn or whatever, but since I'm gonna be on an island in Maine for a few months, I thought it would be nice to bring yarn with me. So I got this really pretty blue color. It's kind of like between a gray and a blue, and it is called charcoal. I don't think that was a very good name for it, because it definitely isn't a gray, it's like a blue gray. I would have called it like storm cloud or something like that, but I got a couple of these. And then this is called maple leaf. I just took the paper off of this one, but I'll show you the one that has the paper on it. Oh my gosh, look at my sister's cat. Oh, she's going after my stretchy string. Dolly! She loves to play with all the string. Okay, this is called Maple Leaf. I approve this color name. It is so perfect. And I got this because although it is April, I will start, oh my gosh, she's pulling the stretchy string. I will be, thinking about some fall patterns as we lead into summertime. So let's see how many of these that I got. I think I got 3 skeins. And then for the charcoal color, I think I also got 3 skeins. These would also make an excellent manatee. Okay, then I was really loving, this is why I actually went onto the website in the first place, is because I wanted to get this maize color. M-A-I-Z-E, like the corn. And I just think it's so cute. Oh my gosh, cat just fell. I actually would like to make some corns. I've seen some corn on the cobs out there, and corn is definitely grown in Maine, so maybe I'll make some corns. But I bought 3 or I think I bought 4 of these. This color. And then this is another just beautiful color. This is Candy Apple, so appropriate. I got 2 of these. I just think there's so many things I could do with this color. And then another color that I thought was really, really pretty is called Harvest. I also approve of that color name. And you can see it has a little more orange to it than pink. And it's kind of like a rusty color. I just think it's so pretty. I literally could have ordered like 10 of each of these skeins, but I was trying to be careful. Okay, so the reason why I actually went on to the Premier Parfait website is because I saw that there were some variations of chenille basics, Premier Basics chenille, and this one is called Tulip. I just love variegated yarn, and I wanted to see what the chenille yarn was like in a variegated yarn. I really like this kind of yarn. It just like slides right through your hook, and it has this really pretty combination. So I went ahead and just got 1 of each so that I could try them out. This one is called Tulip. This one I'm planning on using for whales, and this is called Surf. It has white, lime green, turquoise, and like a medium blue. And then I also got this one, which is called Spring. I'll put those next to each other. This has yellow, greens, light green, dark green. Sorry, she's playing. Okay, and then I really am interested in this color. This one is called Toasted Marshmallow. It looks like it has some different taupey colors, cream, and a light gray. So I think that one's gonna look really nice. And then the last variegated color that I got is Pink Lemonade, and it's just so perfect. It's like yellows, pinks, peaches, just different like lemonade colors. So all of these variegated yarn colors are what kind of motivated me to place this order in the first place. And then I saw that there were other colors, the ones that I just showed you, and so I wanted to get those. And at the very bottom of the box, I see that I actually got a second skein of Harvest. So these are all my fall colors, and I need to wind ball them. And that leads me into my obsession project. I have a yarn ball winder. I just wound this one. This is the color this is Plum. I purchased this a few months ago, and this is about the size of the cakes that I'm making if I do one premiere. If I do Bernat, it's like 2 of these for every Bernat skein. And I do not like my yarn ball winder. It's horrible. It does the job, but it rattles a lot. I've had to tape the part that holds the yarn because it rattles and falls apart. So I need some suggestions from you guys of different yarn ball winders that you like. I don't mind doing the winding part. It doesn't have to be electric or automatic, but this thing is just so fidgety. I will show it to you in just a minute because I thought I would wind some of this yarn with you guys so that you can kind of see how it works. This yarn winder is called Olikraft. Olikraft. And I'm going to show you guys how I use it. Candy apple. Chenille yarn, it works great. I don't have any problems with the chenille yarn. It's when I use Bernat blanket yarn or even XL yarn. So then I just wind it, and I usually let it fall to the ground, and then I just hold it like this. But if it gets tangled really, really easily. You have to hold it very carefully. And then if it's a thicker yarn, it makes like this horrible noise. I'm gonna show you guys my obsession project now. Hopefully this isn't too bumpy. So let me show you my closet. Okay, this is my closet. If you've ever seen my yarn closet before, this was jam-packed with yarn. I have rolled all of this yarn into cakes or balls or whatever you want to say. All that row, and then most of the back shelf I also wound. It's taken me like 3 full days, and then I still have to do this section. So this is messy, it's embarrassing, it's hard to find yarn. And I have everything like by color, and I'm now realizing that maybe that's not the best way to organize my yarn, because now that I have it in bags, and I have the different types inside, I will show you. This bag has chenille yarn. This bag has XL yarn, like Bernat XL. And this one has all Bernat, different colors. Also has different Bernat variations, so you can see what the cakes look like that are Bernat. Okay, let's see. I have 6 of these cheeky turtles. They're the cute little turtles with the little booties. And I have 3 in this color combination. 3 in this really pretty. I also love this for iguanas. You probably saw it in my iguana yesterday. And then I also have a couple of light and medium green ones with these brown variegated shells. And I charge $15 for these guys. I have 1 Easter egg shell turtle, and this guy is going to be selling for $55. He has the specialty big eyes in this like really pretty guacamole naughty ball color, which I think looks really amazing. And I probably won't sell him until next year at Easter, but for now he's in my inventory. 2 land turtles. These are $22. This one is made with Premier Parfait in this really pretty floral, and this one is a combination of a fluffy yarn and a Premier yarn mixed up. I have this snuggler, this really cute turtle snuggler with a rainbow shell, and this size snuggler sells for $40. He's so cute. I love his shell. I have 4 small land turtles. This one is made with Naughty Ball yarn, and this is Fresnel velvet yarn. They all have embroidered eyes, at least this one does. And then I have one in this really pretty velvet Fresnel yarn with Naughty Ball, also embroidered eyes. This is Naughty Ball Fresnel, also $18. I love this green. And then I have, I need one more. And then this is, if you want to see all the patterns of these turtles, go check out my How Many Turtles Can I Make in 20 Hours? And you'll see all of these all the pattern reviews and also the patterns in the description. But I also have this little guy, so I need to make one more tag. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 small turtles at $18. I have 5 of a turtle that's a little bit bigger. This is Crochet by Janice pattern. The last one was CJ Designs. The head is a little bit bigger. The little fins are a little bit bigger. So I just went up to 22 just because it took a little more time. And these are actually sewn, and CJ Designs is crocheted in the round. So I really like this combination. This is Naughty Ball, like this really pretty periwinkle color. And then this is Fresnel yarn in this salt and pepper velvet. Then I have, this is Juicy Couture yarn in this really pretty magenta. And then this is Naughty Ball yarn. Look how big the head is. They're so cute. This is also Naughty Ball yarn in the periwinkle, but this time I paired it with the blue speckled Fresnel yarn. And then this one is a lime green Naughty Ball with a brown and beige. These are all like beach colors, Fresnel yarn. And then the last one is actually not a Crochet by Jenna pattern. This is an All From Jade pattern, and it's her Tiana the Sea Turtle, but it turned out a little bit bigger, so I went ahead and grouped it with those turtles. And this is Michael's speckled yarn. I think it's called Fluffy Flex. And then this is just Bernat yarn. So these are all $22, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have 5. I have 9 of these little tiny turtles. This is, I believe, a free pattern. It's in my turtle video, go find it. This is a bloom yarn with Premier Parfait, and I have 9 of these. Okay, and I have one in this peach and green, and I can see that I still need to go back and embroider their eyes. I have this one in purple. This one I started to embroider. This one is, I love how cute. Look at his little hands. They're so cute. And then I have this hot pink with purple. I have 2 traditional brown shells with lime green. And then here are the other ones, purple, pink, and here is the last brown. I'm not gonna put tags on these because they'll be in a basket, but they are $8. Hi, it's Wednesday, the next day, and today I am determined to finish my inventory. So I have some puppies to show you that I need to tag and price and put in my square and my spreadsheet, and then I will be all done hopefully, except for maybe a few things that I make, and I'll make sure that I price and tag those and put them into my inventory as I go along over the next few weeks so that I don't have to bring any inventory to Maine that's not tagged. So let's start with some puppies. If you watch my puppy video, you will see that I have made all of these puppies in about 3 days or 4 days time, and I was trying out 10 different puppy patterns, so now it's time to decide on some prices. I'm gonna tell you my prices, and they're, flexible. So if I get any tips from you guys of how I should price these differently, I can change them, but this is kind of what I'm thinking. So this is a puppy plushie. I think it was originally a lovey, but it's a puppy plushie, and I'm pricing this at $45. I only have one puppy that's this size. Okay, another puppy that I have is, this is Peek the Puppy by Mama Made Minis, and I'm pricing this at $40. I decided to price this the same as my large snugglers because I'll probably display him in the same place as those snugglers. I have an XL snuggler. That's what I call my snugglers that are larger than my $40 snugglers. And it's this guy. And he's like enormous. He's so big. So I'm charging $50 for him. His head is huge. His body's big. He used a lot of yarn, a lot of details here. So $50 for this guy. I've only had one other snuggler that was $50 like this, and it was my green dragon snuggler by Loops and Knots Crochet, and that sold like as soon as I put it out. Everybody liked that dragon. Okay, I have a bunch of puppies that I'm marking as $14 because they're all so similar in price, size. So one is this free pattern on Instagram, and it's this adorable, actually no, this was a YouTube tutorial. So he is $14. He's got this sweet little red bow. And then my dachshunds, I'm charging $14 for those as well. So I have 2 of those. And then I have 2 sitting puppies, and I'm charging $14 for these as well. So that's 5 puppies, all very similar sizes. And then I'm gonna be pricing them all at $14. I made 1 keychain. My plan moving forward is to make a lot more keychains. I literally have almost none. I have this, I think I have a giraffe, or did I sell the giraffe keychain? I might have sold it. And maybe a couple of whales, a couple mushrooms. So I definitely need to devote some time to making some keychains, and they're so easy. I also want to work on a better display for my keychains. Okay, and I also have a red crab by Crochet Vision. I just love this crab. It's definitely on my to-do list to make more. And I really was going back and forth on what to price this as. And my original thought was $60 because it's just so big and takes quite a lot of time. But I went ahead with $55. My prices have really changed over the last few months. Originally, I was pricing this guy at $30, which is just not good. It's way too much work to be charging $30, in my opinion, for a crab this size. So I'm gonna go with $55. Let me know what you think. $55, $50, $60. I think if it was being sold in Australia, it would probably be like $90 because their plushies are a little more expensive there. So, I'm just not sure. So I would love your tips on that. I have one little bunny that somehow didn't get with my other bunnies, and it's this absolutely sweet, adorable. If you want to find the pattern, I'm going to have them linked down below. I've decided after thinking about this last night, instead of having you have to go into those videos, I'm just going to link all of my Google Docs down below. I have a bunny, a giraffe, a puppy, and a turtle. So I'm just going to link all those down below so that you can find the patterns that you're looking for. If you don't see the one that you want, please let me know. But oh my gosh, isn't she so sweet? I think I might keep her. She's one of the first plushies that I have not wanted to sell. So I think I'm not going to price her, and I'm going to keep her. So I'm excited about that. This will be my first plushie to keep. So that's all of my inventory that I can think of right now. I have a few other things that I haven't priced yet, like my manatees, but that's okay. I will just make a little pile over here, and then maybe I'll price them next week. And guys, I think that's just about it for this week. I don't have any open Etsy orders. I'm gonna be balling up some yarn tonight. I have about 1/3 of a closet left of yarn to ball up, and I'm making that a priority now, and I just don't think you would wanna see me balling up yarn for hours and hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out this vlog here. I thank you so much for sticking with me until the very end. If you have not subscribed and you want to get notifications of my content, please like and subscribe, and then share this video with a friend if you know somebody who likes to crochet. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.